Hello, this is Rocky. This week, I'm going to share a topic talking about education informatization. And this topic, a lot of people may be very experienced, but I would like, to analyze from another angle. So what is the current education industry challenges? And what exactly the customer required, the user required, and how we are going to handle this in terms of the ICT infrastructure building. Sure, a lot of the universities, high educations, they want to build a very flexible infra. Just like long time back, everybody know about Facebook. Facebook, everybody knows already. It was developed in Harvard University for two research students, and when they are doing the research work, how the school provide a very flexible, user-friendly R&D environment for the students to do innovative application. So this is the point that we need to consider. So coming back to the industry challenges, right? Right now, in most of the higher educations in Malaysia, what are the challenges right now? I would like to explain from the industry pinpoint, say a lot of the legacy network already installed into the campus network. So this is a very difficult to take all the old equipment, from the existing infra. So it takes like a step-by-step migrations. And also the whole network infrastructure is fragmented. It's a separate management for like a wired and wireless terminal, all the network resources, IT resources, server resources, everything are isolated. And most of the higher educations and university, they face a serious problem about a very complicated O&M, the operation and maintenance, because they do not visualize the whole network. They cannot find the problem easily. Even though say, oh, you provide a very friendly R&D environment, when the student asks for help or support, and you never know like where is the server issues, the storage problem, the network issues, the security or whatever problem, or even some hackers, they are hacking the university systems. So finally, when we talk about these kind of things, we think about the security. So the security for the education ICT infra is also a very serious considerations. And here in most of the university right now, we are talking about the user requirement. The user requirements mainly like a mobility, security, and intelligence. What are they? Mobility, normally all the students, all the research high-end students, they are looking for like a very flexible connectivity, roaming. Their computer can have a high-speed access to the IT resources in the university. This is very important for them. And at the same time, the user, not just the student, especially the IT admin in the university, they are looking for very secure connections, also protect the data, protect the privacy and the security for those applications within the campus. Even though like the research work or whatever, right? All these kind of data and application should be protected seriously under the infrastructure. And most importantly, we are talking about the intelligence. When we are increase the network scale and function, right, the network become more and more complicated, and IT admin need to maintain a very simple O&M, very effective O&M to support a very large network deployment. Because most of the university resources are very limited, so that they need a very effective and very powerful tools to help to manage. So these three requirements drive the current ICT infrastructure involvement in the education industry. And I would like to share right now in most of the university or the higher educations, they are right now trying to consolidate the whole infrastructure into different layers. And of course, finally, you see on the top is the application layer. Normally, the application layer is not just for the university, just like I mentioned to you about the story for Facebook, right? You want to provide a very friendly, flexible, agile research environments, and then you want to manage the whole system. You want to provide a smart laboratory to your students, and at the same time, you want to provide all the teaching resources, all the resources tools to your students under the same platform, so that they can use all those resources very flexible under the same infrastructure. So this is the key thing that as the IT head or the CIO, the CTO, need to think about how to build the infra. So normally we will divide the whole infra into 3 layers. The first layer is what we're talking about, the infrastructure layer. The infrastructure layer normally is just like some hardware, like switches, routers, your Wi-Fi access points, your IT, like the servers cluster, the storage, firewall, and other network connectivities. When you build your infra, of course, you are looking for some flexibility. Then you need a virtual network run on top. That means one physical switch, one physical AP. Actually, it is serving different kind of user groups to maintain a very high security of the access. So the virtual network provide a very flexible connectivity, no matter the data, the application in the data center, in the server, or the application in the handheld when you connect to the Wi-Fi, right? All this from the campus network to the data center should be overlaid with each other. And finally, the third layer is talking about a more intelligent layer when you build the ICT infrastructure. This intelligent layer, from HPC perspective, we are talking about the CA engine and the CA analyzer. So we have built different modules to manage the different virtual network overlay and the underlay of the physical infrastructure. Let me to tell you more detail about this. The CA engine is some kind of an AI embedded tools that can keep on getting the informations from the overall network, the user behavior, the data security, the data integrity. And there's an other AI module called the CA analyzer. This provides the analysis and assurance. What it is? When we detect a problem, normally we just can report. But if the network brain have the intelligence, say, oh, once I detect a problem, I can change the parameters or I can do something to avoid the problem. Say, for example, if I sense some of the user traffic, they may be a hacker. They may do something like not very friendly and endanger the security of the network. I mean, the CA analyzer can instruct the network maybe to isolate the users, to isolate the port, to isolate the IP, so that to avoid any security concern and issues. So this layer, the network control layer, will become the brain for the whole network and to deploy the virtual network and to use the physical infrastructure resources. Why you need to build this? Because when you are investing a lot of the network resources, all these are serving the applications. Applications means like the smart teaching and learning, the smart services in the school, the smart management, for the IT manager, for the CIO and the CTO in the university, and finally the smart research, which is the most important that I explained already, because most of the university right now, when we are investing resources, we are aiming at educate the students to be more capable, to do more innovative research work, and of course, benefiting the world. So this is a very important solution introduction about the trend of the education informatization. So I hope you all enjoyed the sharing this week. Thank you. Bye-bye.